In Diddy Kong Racing, there are 3 vehicles: the car, the hovercraft, and the plane. Out of the 20 tracks in the game, only half of them allow you to use every vehicle, so that had me thinking, could you still complete these tracks with the unintended vehicles? I made this chart to get a visual representation about what vehicles are possible. The green check marks mean that the vehicles are available for these tracks, and the green check mark with the D means that it's the default vehicle for the track in adventure mode. Using a Game Shark code, we can try doing these tracks with the unintended vehicles. Let's start with Hot Top Volcano in the car. So using the car in Hot Top Volcano, the beginning seems pretty normal, but then we get launched into the lava. But the lava just behaves as water, as you can see the bubbles emerging from it. And although it's slow, you can definitely drive through the lava. At first it seems like this ramp is too steep, but Diddy Kong is ultimately able to go up the ramp. And although it took a lot longer than usual, Hot Top Volcano is completable in the car. We're going to go to the next inaccessible car track on the list, Whale Bay. Diddy is able to drive in the water, although this makes him incredibly slow. This track is still completable though. Pirate Lagoon is another water track that is completable in the car. Boulder Canyon is yet another water level. At first it seems like we're unable to complete this because we're unable to go over the hump. But by using a boost, we're actually able to get over it. And although we're able to complete this track using a boost, that had me thinking, would we be able to complete this track in time trial mode, since there are no boosts there? In time trial mode, I found a trick where if you reverse, you're actually able to go over the humps. So this track is completable. In this game, the hovercraft is available on every single track, so we're going to go straight to the plane on Walrus Cove. Doing the loop-de-loop with the plane is pretty cool. The game doesn't let you fly out of bounds in a lot of areas where it really seems like you should be able to, so just the layout of this track doesn't seem suited for this plane, although the plane can easily complete this track. Snowball Valley. This course is easily completable by the plane. It seems like the only reason why the plane wasn't implemented in this specific track is because of some of the narrow passageways. Whale Bay. The plane works completely fine here. If we look at the chart, every track where the default vehicle is the hovercraft is also exclusive. So I think in the game's development, they had that rule for some strange reason, so they didn't even try to make it accessible to the plane, even though this would have been trivial to convert this into a plane track. Crescent Island. This is another track that is easily completable with the plane. The reason I think the plane is inaccessible is because of this ship. You can easily just fly around the ship with the plane, and if you were to go inside the ship with the plane, it is just a very narrow passageway that just seems awkward. Pirate Lagoon. You can also complete this track with the plane. I think the reason why the plane is inaccessible, just by looking at the track, it seems like you should be able just to fly over a lot of sections that are considered out of bounds. Greenwood Village. You can also complete this one as the plane, and it seems like the reason why this is inaccessible to the plane is because there's a lot of areas which seems like you should be able to fly over that are considered out of bounds. Boulder Canyon. This is another level where the plane works great. There's a couple narrow passageways which might be the reason why the plane is inaccessible. Haunted Woods. Just like Greenwood Village, the plane works well. There's a lot of out-of-bounds areas where it seems like you should be able to go over. And for the last track, Darkmoon Caverns. This is another track that seems like it should work incredibly well for the plane. The reason I think they made the plane inaccessible though is because of a couple narrow passageways and the loop-de-loop. And those are all the tracks done with the inaccessible vehicles, and I'm really surprised that every single one is possible. I gotta give a huge shout out to Marvelous Racing for suggesting this in my video ideas channel in Discord, because I would have never thought of this idea if it wasn't for them. If you have any ideas for videos, please let me know. I read every comment, and if I like an idea enough, I will definitely make a video out of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could leave a like or maybe consider subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope that you all have a fantastic day.